Oh, hi. My name is Retro Scorpion, and we're gonna do a night live. I'll see you in a few. Can you hear me now? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Folks, I'll repeat what I said here in a minute. Give me a sec. Oh boy. I gotta go to my audio settings. Oh boy. Check. I really hate it when this computer messes up audio. Check one, check two, check one, check two. Alright, let's check this. We need no. Alright, check one, check two, check one, check two. Alright. Let's check the audio here. Okay, there we go. We got audio again, guys. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. But let me restart with what I was saying. I don't know how long we had been without audio, but I'll just briefly go over the book again. Just briefly. I don't want to give it too much detail. But as I was saying about the book, it was very sinister. Well, not very sinister. It was kind of lightly sinister, given the fact that this was the first quote on the front of this message is "Fear is the little death." Now, that's pretty scary, given the fact that that's the first entry to a nice, friendly novel. And what scares me even more is that the novel was never finished. I got into it 3 pages before I marked it on my journal date. So. Okay, so we still have audio. Okay. That's the part that scared me about this book. But I read just a few moments ago while I was muted somehow. I read the book, and it's actually a pretty nice book. The penmanship's a hell of a lot better than mine. That's why I couldn't read it too good, because I'm used to reading mine. And if you look, and I also wrote my penmanship just to help you compare. Like, look at my penmanship right here. It's not that good compared to this person. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. I don't know who Breen is. That's the part that really gets me.
What is the name?
It just says Breen, Breen.
Probably female.
But that's a unique name. I have nothing against anyone's names. But whoever Breen was, whether it was a guy or a girl, I like Graham said, it was probably a female. Which means Brina, Sabrina, some.
No, it could be just Breen.
I don't know. It could have been a nickname, but you're right. But if you look at the penmanship of this person, I don't know if you can see it too good, but that is perfect penmanship. Not to mention the artwork is phenomenal with the sketching. Now, I don't really know how old this person would have been, because there are kids that sketch this good, there are adults that sketch this good. And honestly, I wouldn't see how this is depicted or challenged as either one. So, but yes, that's the book I got today. And what I like about the cover is the detailing. It's not scratch. There's no peeling of the whatever that is, a paper or whatever wallpaper you call it or something. It's really nicely detailed, the cover. So, yeah, I like the cover. So. Now, moving on to what I was talking about after that. Pickup. Oh, shoot. Okay, I put that in the wrong way. Hold on. I'll clean that off. Sorry about that. Had to clean it off, but let me finish. Hold on, I got a little bit of wetness on the table because it was put in the wrong way. Let me clean that up. That'll have to do. Anyway, the pickups were that book and also 2 particular copy cups, but they're not identical copy. They're different. They are 1988 to be exact. McDonald's Who Framed Roger Rabbit promo cups. They are based on the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So, and if you look at this one, it's really nice. I'm going to start with the nice one. It's got perfect detailing right here. I mean, if you look right here, there's a couple scratches, a couple damage to the cup because of Well, I would think this would be because of a dishwasher or even microwave problems right here. Mostly dishwasher because these cups don't do well in the microwave. But that right there could be because of dishwashing, because of the dishwashing of the water. But all in all, this is a nice cup. It's got the ringed around it, rock around McDonald's, rock and roll around McDonald's ring here around the cup. So okay, now the thing about this cup, which I bought as well, they were 50 cents each. Not that much, so that was good. But the biggest letdown, I don't know if it was because this cup was holding it inside and it peeled off, or if it was just something else. But my guess is because of hard scrubbing. The person who was scrubbing these scrubbed it too hard. And if you take a look at this damage right around here, there's a big scrape-like line across the title, scrape across the line around the title, and that's kind of a big difference between that and this one. So, and also in scraping, there's across the Coca-Cola logo, not sponsored, and it wasn't even a letdown. I love these, so they'll be going in the retro McDonald's collection. Now, I don't know if some of you noticed my cereal chat stream this morning, but we used the signature trademark in my channel, not trademarked by McDonald's, but the signature cereal bowl that the signature cereal bowl that we use for cereal bowl chat now. That was ordered off of eBay for 20, along with the refill amount beforehand. That was also 20. Um, if you're gonna buy thrift goods, don't buy them off of eBay unless you're really needing it and you can't find it anywhere else. That's basically why I bought them off of eBay, because I couldn't find them out in the wild. So now the other thing I had got, which it's not good sound quality, but I love them because they're pink. I can still hear when I'm in a silent room when I'm in my Zen and I need to listen to a quiet tune. These are the headphones I go to. They are basically Walkman based headphones almost. They're pink because and the best part is they fold like this. So my issue with them, not that it's a bad thing, is that they are too. This thing is loose, so they can turn at any point. So I feel like this was done by using oil or something to lube them up too good, and that would happen. That would cause. That would cause. Yeah. That would cause basically loose pins. So. But if you look at my other headphones we bought the last time, which was at Salvation Army, this was at a store called Second Chance Thrift Store. All the all the pickups except for this was at Second Chance Thrift Store. The book, the cups, the headphones. They were at Second Chance Thrift Store. Is that supposed to be going like that? Graham, is that pot supposed to be sloshing water around everywhere? Graham, hold on, guys. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little moment. Anyway, the cup, the book, and the headphones were from a place called Second Chance Thrift Store. Now, if you look at my headphones that came from Salvation Army, these are a lot better. Not saying they're better headphones, 'cause I guarantee there's similar texture and everything. But I like these ones because they lock really well. The pink ones I like because of the color and the fact that they're loose and they're comfortable on ears. These are comfortable on ears too, just with the foam. And I like how they lock. These having little foam are a lot better loose. So it's all about comfort at that point. And that's about it for pickups. But let's get down to business and talk to some of you folks. And the Joker was in the chat. He said, "Yo," at first, and he said, "You can't hear me." But we fixed that. So how are you doing, Joker? If you're still in the chat, but I'm sorry. And one more thing, guys. I forgot to mention one more thing. We also picked up a new mouse pad because mine was ripping. So it was because of me using it as a bottle opener for a while. I don't know. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how is all my beautiful people in the chat doing? I hope everyone's doing just great. I still don't know how the Joker managed to put a different font in the chat as his name. That's cool. Yeah, it was an interesting day today. So it was very interesting, like studying the book and having my cereal bowl chat here for the first time and actually succeeding. Having my coffee with my cereal instead of just having it separately for once. So it's been quite an interesting day, guys. It really has. But I hope everyone's doing okay. And thank you guys for the 2 likes in the chat. Much appreciated, much obliged. All right. So, Graham, what's on the menu tonight? I'm just curious.
Lo mein or lo mein, stir fry, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. What's the difference?
Not a lot.
I don't know. Rise gave me a little mean. Wait, if it's stir fry, why is it in a pot?
I'm boiling the meat first.
Ah, okay. Well, anyway, moving on. But yeah, my day was really interesting. I had felt like I needed to take a nap, but I had this weird sense of I need to keep awake for some reason. It was a weird thing where I just couldn't sleep. And as I said before, folks, what had happened this morning, I had woken up at 2 a.m. due to a nightmare. So, and quite frankly, I don't get those very often, but when I do, they're pretty bad. So I woke up at 2 a.m., went back to sleep at around, give or take, 3 a.m. Woke up again at 7 a.m. Went to sleep. Then woke up again at 8:40. And that's when I stayed awake to do the stream this morning, which was at my house. Did the I don't know. I have my time schedule a little bit confused because I was so tired and drowsy while being also wide awake at the same time. It was weird. So yeah, I actually don't really recall what my schedule was this morning. So anyway, then we came here, did cerebral chat, moving forward. So vice versa. Now I was just on Lazy Larry Lee's channel, and I was describing the book, of course. And I believe Mac Dad said something about a ghost novel, whatever he said, ghost writer novel. So, And I didn't really get what that meant, but I think I'm starting to learn it. So. Now, I think now will be a good time to drop the invite link in the chat. If anyone would want to come up and say their piece about something they've experienced today, or I don't want any negative experiences on the panel, but if you had something weird or like, like exotic meaning something out of the blue or like not normal, or if you had like a great experience, please come up on the panel and let me know. I just gotta remember what the invite link is. Copy it. Because this is called the Retroverse channel for a reason. It is not just about Retroverse itself, it's about the universe and Retroverse itself. How time has passed by and we still have all these things. So there's the link in case anyone wants to come up, say their piece about maybe TV shows that aren't necessarily around anymore, or still are, but they're reboots or no, not reboots, reruns. And if anyone wants to say their piece about their favorite TV show, favorite toy, favorite movie, video game, vice versa, back in the retro days, I know there's gotta be some people older than me in the chat because this is a retro channel. And I know there's gotta be someone in the chat that has some knowledge about different things. And as my grandmother said while we were married, she went to see Who Framed Roger Rabbit in 1988 when my mother was 13.
Your mom, I bet, remembers it.
Oh yeah. I bet you she does. But no buts.
You remember that?
She's probably focused on.
Going to see Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Whitefish with Grandma Churchill. You Rode was the crazy bitch. It was in 1988 when it first came out in the theaters.
And Ma, the cups say 1988. So yeah, that's really what we've been talking about mostly. Now, anyone that is new to the chat that has not seen the other cups at the house, I will say I have at least 3 other cups like this that are from retro days. We have 3, of course, are from 1992, between 1992 and 1993. And there's another cup that's a little teacup, and it's looking at this, it's from 1983. Or is this the one from 1983? Hold on, I gotta double check my work here. No. The other one's from 1983, and this one's from 1987. They're at least now in my retro McDonald's collection, at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll count the spoon as 4. And 5 pieces of retro nostalgic McDonald's are from the 80s. I have at least 4 retro McDonald's dishes from the 90s. That would be the 1 and 2 cups of Batman Returns, which would be the Batmobile one and the Catwoman one. There's also the 1993 or 1992 McDonald's cup of USA basketball with Larry Bird on it. And that would also mean the retro McDonald's Olympic game promo cup. That's a refill mod from 1993. So those are really what I collect. I don't try to collect a lot because I get rid of stuff after a while. Because I do try to downsize on what I can. That's not like given to me as a gift, Because I have been taught in a very well way that you cherish a gift, you get rid of stuff that's no longer needed. So, no. So how is everyone doing in the chat so far? I know that it's kind of been an awkward day. So I know it's kind of awkward listening to not really awkward. I know it's hard to focus on me and the chat with background, but that's okay. We got Grandma's got to cook dinner. So, and Joker in the chat. I'm surprised you haven't made the bit that you usually do, like Grandma. Yeah, he got that bit when you had did that bit over by Lee's door one day. So yeah, Joker, I'm surprised you're not in the chat, but if you are, you're lurking. So does anyone else here have a? I know there's probably not gonna be a lot of people in my chat that have retro experiences or even have retro collectibles, because actually I've noticed the majority of my channel are people who enjoy retro stuff but don't collect. So, but I do have some I think that collect. So, I know that my next door neighbor, I won't say his name due to video consent laws. Um, he has a man cave downstairs. I mentioned this. I didn't mention the guy's name and like on here. I'm not gonna mention his name. I told the other channel that this guy across the street. That's all I said. He has a man cave which has at least seven or six arcade machines, one ups, and he has those lined up. So he also has. Oh, Dave London says Beetle Bailey. Yep, that was another good show. Which
What?
Beetle Bailey cartoon.
There's also a cartoon in a newspaper.
Well, yeah, I remember that. The funnies. But yeah, Beetle Bailey was an awesome cartoon. There was one episode that I don't know why I laughed my freaking butt off, and I ended up rewinding it over and over just to put the needle back and say why I miss. So I appreciate that, Dave London, for the reference of Beetle Bailey. Beetle Bailey was a great show and a great cartoon strip in the comics of the newspaper. It was awesome. I actually remember when I first read the funnies. It was actually at, I think, a doctor's office when I was living in Easterseals, to be honest. I was in Easterseals. We had gone to a doctor's office for an appointment, and there was a newspaper. I had picked it up, and one of the staff tells me, "Hey, if you go to the so and so page, there's a thing called the Funnies. I think you're gonna love it." And that's really how I got into comics. Is just by reading that one section. Then years later, I was taught about a special event called Free Comic Book Day here in New Hampshire, and there's also other places too out here. That's when I really got started into collecting comics. I don't do it a lot. I prefer the thicker comics or the last. I have at least 3 comics. I have a Heathcliff comic I found at the food pantry. I have, what's that other one? I have a manga comic of Bakugan. And there was another comic that was a thick one that was actually slid in between the label and the crease of a VHS. It was Batman the Mask of the Phantom. It was a comic book that came with the VHS. I have that as well. I'm starting to read them again. It's actually one of the greatest. Some of the not one. Some of the greatest comics I've ever read. To be fair, Heathcliff was a old cartoon. I think not just in the comics. I'm actually talking about the TV show. I don't remember when exactly the TV show came out. I'd have to Google that real quick. Give me a sec. That's why God or whoever's upstairs invented the power of Google. So, let's see. Heathcliff animated series. So Heathcliff the animated series was a 1984. It started. It was released and debuted in on September 3rd, 1984. So I had it in my head that it was around the 80s or 90s. I didn't think it was one of those older cartoons. So it didn't have the style like that. So But Heathcliff was also something we used to get in a cereal box with sampler discs, as well as the same year we got what was, and this is kind of a retro reference. I'll showcase the music here in a minute because it's not copyright because I actually have it in a context where it's shortened. So I'll show that in a minute. But we also that year got a disc in one of the Count Chocula cereals called Rhythm and Blues 13 Days of Halloween. And it was actually one of the greatest things. Here's a sample of the music with a little bit of an intro I made. I'm gonna be using this for Retroween, so stay tuned. I'm gonna showcase it here in a minute. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Tell me what you think of this intro. I might actually have to close this other screen out so I can see the chat. Tell me what you think of this intro. Tell me if it's legit or if you guys think it's awesome. Let me know your thoughts, but here we go. That's the intro for any Retroing video that's coming up on this year in 2023, which is this year. So I think it's one of the best Halloween intros I've ever done on my in my YouTube career, because the last Halloween intros I did were on my old channel. So, and Dave Lennis is amazing. Well, I appreciate that, Dave Lennis. It took a little bit of work. It wasn't that much of an effort. Honestly, it was. I mean, there was effort there, and some with trying to find the right GIF files, which is a looped image like video. Finding the right font to use, organizing them in the order that they should go in for the intro, and then of course shortening the actual audio file from the original disc that I got on a ROM website, which is also, as I said before, Internet Archive. Now, the beauty of Internet Archive, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, because they are a nonprofit website.
Organization.
Thank you. They're a nonprofit organization website. And quite frankly, I don't want to be sponsored by them. I just love using their stuff. So, anyway. On the website, there is several ways you can get files. There's ISO files for software category. There are video files that are older than, well, at least old enough to be around in digital form. There are AVI files, which are basically video files. There are audio files on there from old discs, different things. Like, for example, a same time frame around that year that decade, whatever, that we had gotten the Rhythm and Blues disc. Somewhere in that decade, we also got a PC game disc, because that was all the rage back in the 2000s and the 90s, I think. Because I didn't live the 90s. I was an early 2000s kid, but before they quit doing the cereal box prize because of you know what, they used to give out these PC games, and I think that's one of the first things they promoted out there.
Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, I actually had one of those games downloaded on here.
But Jimmy Neutron
The Boys, yeah, I know.
was one of the first ones that came in the cereal box.
Yeah. And folks, stay tuned for that, because I don't know when I'm going to play it again, but I have Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Negatron, which is another Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius game. Stay tuned. We got some knowledge in the chat here. Dave Lennon says computer game used to be on floppy disks. Exactly. That's really what it was. But
oh my God, I had hundreds of floppy disks.
Don't get me started. I've seen them. I've seen them when I was a kid.
I might still have them in storage, actually.
What's the point? I don't have anything to run them on.
No, I don't either.
Well, it depends. Do they have a label on them that is actually worth the money?
I don't know. I know I have Word Perfect.
Okay.
Lotus.
So these are like actual arcade floppy disks.
No, these were actually business software that was used back then.
Okay.
Word Perfect and
Okay.
all that shit.
I do know that Doom, the original game, was on floppy disk at first.
I think I have that on floppy.
Damn it, Graham! Why are you so damn good? Jesus. Legend 27. I don't know what you deleted, but I'm about to find out because you may have deleted it from the chat, but I can see it through. I can see it through StreamYard. Simple plan Montreal. I don't know what that is, but go Montreal or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if you meant to download that all, so I'm not download. Post that all in the chat. But as I was saying, around that time period when we got the Rhythm and Blues disc, 13 Days of Halloween disc, we also got in that decade, I think it was years before, we had the Zero Box prize of Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure. Crunchling Adventure was one of the greatest discs. That and a disc I actually own at the house. It's Cocoa Puffs Science Race for Chocolate Taste. That's another Zero Box prize disc. A band from that city. Oh, that's a band from the city of Montreal. Okay. What? Okay.
Okay, never mind then.
But yes, hey Graham, can I? Oh, you're busy. When you get to a break point, let me know. I wanted to show you something. Well, while I'm waiting for her, I'll talk to you guys. OMG, you need to check out Swiss Mocha. It is a retro coffee drink. They have vintage tins online. Okay, let me look that up real quick. I'm not gonna bring it up on panel because this is just a talking stream. I don't want to somehow invade looking it up because it tends to make my computer run slow. At least on StreamYard. What is it called? It's called. Let me open up my chat here so I can see what it is. It is called Mocha. Swiss Mocha. Okay, I'm looking up. Swiss Mocha.
Was it International Delight Coffee?
I do not know. I'm about to look it up. No, Swiss Mocha, by the looks of it, is multiple things.
Yeah, but this is what I was looking at. It's
Ma-
Maxwell House in a can,
Yeah.
but those are all Maxwell House. They used to be International.
I'm looking for it. What's it called, Graham? International? I'm looking for it. Oh shit. International.
French and Swiss.
I found it, Graham.
Let's see.
Actually, it just brings up Maxwell House again. What the hell? Oh, I spelled it wrong, probably.
Go down here. Swiss Mocha International Coffee.
I'm looking it up.
It's all Maxwell House now. I guess they bought out International.
Okay. Because that's weird, because look at this.
Huh. Yeah, but let me see.
That's International Delight.
Right.
Maybe International Delight was the second company. I don't know. It's a lot of weirdness, folks. And hello, Anubis. How's it going, my friend? Anubis, I wanted to show you something. Anubis is a friend of mine. I got new McDonald's cups, buddy. Both from 1988, buds.
Well, that's weird.
I don't know.
Huh.
What do you think, Anubis?
Hi, Woody Booty.
What do you think, Yeah, we have a friend named Anubis. I know how much you love your Egyptian.
Yes.
His name is Anubis the Wicked. As in, kind of Anubis the Wicked. I think that's what he meant to say.
How old?
I do not know. He's an older fella. And he says, awesome sauce. This Anubis guy. He says, awesome sauce. I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And Anubis, my my mother, did you both go to see it or was it just mom?
What?
The movie that I have here?
Oh.
Oh, so my grandma and my mom saw the movie when it came out in theaters in 1988, and these cups literally say 1988. So all right. Does anyone want to come up on the panel like Anubis? If you want to sport your love for the retro, my buddy, I will literally drop the link again. It's already been dropped, but I'll drop it again if you want to come up. You don't have to come up, but anyone that wants to come up, that's a piece of history. Yeah. But anyone that wants to come up, this is the link again. Feel free. It's a retro channel. Feel free to share your knowledge of the retroverse and everything else. But as we were saying, which I completely forgot now. Oh yeah, the Swiss Mocha. But yeah, it looks like Maxwell has bought them out. So, who's this? That's Anubis. Let's wait for his camera to pop up. Hey, Anubis, I see you, buddy.
Yeah, far be it for me to rescind an invitation. In other words, of course I come up for the retro.
Okay, buddy, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. And funny thing, I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the theater also.
Oh yeah,
I was a little kid when I saw it.
What year?
Yeah,
Was it the actual 1988?
89. I saw it in the theater because back then movies would be in the theater for a while. Like
Well, yeah.
it took forever for them to come out on video.
I mean, I was alive when they still had the drive-ins, but that was a very brief time because there's rarely any drive-ins anymore. They're trying to bring.
Nah, it's very hard to find them. Like you can, like in Vegas where I lived at, they still had one going. But yeah, it's hard to find a good drive-in movie.
Yeah, we actually. I think the only two movies I think I've seen in a drive-in, and there's a fly buzzing around here. But I think the only grab back to your best if you want to say hello.
Hello.
Oh,
How are you?
hold on, he blacked out his internet. Hold on, he's coming back. Sorry about that.
Hold on. Let me fix that.
Fix it. Fix it. So I'm pulling a joke here. And that's Joker. I'm waiting for a picture.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you. I'm waiting for. That's his hand. I see him.
Okay.
I just.
So what I was saying was, okay. What I was saying was, it switches from Wi-Fi to 5G.
Oh,
so I always had that problem.
Anubis, check out my grandma's Anubis coin.
Nice.
Hey,
Nice.
Grandma.
Kobe or Joker says hi, grandma.
Hi.
How you doing, Joker?
And
Love the
then
picture.
The website has the pyramid with them.
How are you, Ambus?
Hold up here, Graham. And pull it back
Nice.
a bit. Yeah.
Right there.
That's definitely my style. I used to have a cartoon with my name written in hieroglyphics, but a girl I dated lost it.
Graham, he says he used to have a thing written in his name in hieroglyphics.
I have name in hieroglyphics on a necklace.
Yeah, it was called a cartoon. It was called a cartouse.
Came from Egypt.
It's called a cartouche, he said.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Grandma.
See, we
Yeah.
vibing over here. We vibing.
Hey, you hear that, Graham? He said we vibing.
I got my voice back, Retro.
He said we vibing.
We vibing.
Well,
Okay, and
I'm Wiccan.
she's Wiccan.
Oh, nice.
I follow an Egyptian
Love
path.
you, Grandma.
All right. So if you're a Wiccan, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You're Wiccan. Which element are you most attuned to?
He said, which element are you most attuned to?
Water. I'm a Pisces.
She's a Pisces.
Okay.
I'm a Cancer Leo, so I don't know why I'm.
I'm a Libra, so I'm everywhere.
I have a fly on me. A fly was just chilling on me. I let him.
I feel really rude right now, so I'm gonna let the Joker say a little something. So I'm gonna mute my mic so he can speak because he took the time to come up. Let me just do that.
Go ahead, Joker. I'm sorry. Let me mute mine.
I finally got my voice back.
Welcome back. You got your voice back, buddy? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Mr. Joker. Welcome back, Mr. Joker.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I can't say Mr. Cutter because your name's not Mr. Cutter on the stream. So
Hey, Grandma. How you doing?
Joker says, "Hey, Grandma, how you doing?"
I'm good. How are you?
I'm Fabo.
I wish I could take my headphones up, but then the problem is, wait a minute, there's a little bit of a hack that makes it so there's no echo. So, because the mic has a condenser in it, but my internal mic doesn't. So hold on. And I
Do they got like an echo cancellation setting on StreamYard?
I don't think so.
Let's go to settings. You go to speaker and leave it on mic. Can you guys hear me still?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no
Can
echo.
you hear us?
Mm-mm.
No.
There's no echo. Okay, cool.
No echo.
Now you can hear them, Grammy. I'll turn up the mic a bit. I mean,
Well, what I was saying was on StreamYard, there's usually an echo cancellation setting. Only time that I get echo or this weird sound is when I have my phone and when I have my homie's computer turned on. If I want to share like videos and stuff, that's the only time I get the echo.
yeah, I just do it this way just in case, because sometimes,
Yeah.
How you doing, huh?
doing good. I wanted to slide that to the side because this is like a '90s look. I've seen some hats in the '90s how they wear them like this. So
Yeah.
80s.
They wear them like that. Sometimes it'd be loosely off the head. Another popular style for some ungodly reason were upside down visors. They had their visors upside down and to the side.
Okay, I remember that too. Actually, I seen that on TV.
And also, here's another one that even your mom or your grandma remember. There was a time where kids on the streets would wear overalls covered in spray paint, and they'd have like one suspender down,
Yep.
and they'd be shorts. See?
Oh god,
I
think-
even remember
I
those
could have
days,
swore
Amos.
one of my siblings wore overalls.
But I will say this, Retro. The reason why I'm all about the retro verse, and Joker probably can agree, is there was a time where you could turn on the radio and there was always a tune in every genre where you liked the song. Like
Exactly.
it didn't even matter if it wasn't your.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Notice you're freezing up. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Hold on, you're freezing. Give it a minute.
In the hood, we all played Dr. Feelgood by
Dude.
Motley Crue.
Dude, did you say Dr. Fielded?
That was
Yeah.
shit back then.
Well, Graham, that's a coincidence because on my mixtape that I made, I have that song.
That's because that song is awesome.
Hey, Retro.
I
I'll be
recorded
Oh,
right back.
wait. Retro. It's not a true mixtape for rock. Do You Have Talk Dirty to Me by Poison?
I don't, but I'm going to do that.
You need that song in your life.
I'm going to get, if people send me suggestions for a song or some songs that I want to put on mixtape, I will make a community mixtape whenever I get a blank tape, and I'll borrow my friend Bill's tape recorder. He always lets me borrow it, and I have an aux cord, so I'll just make that community mixtape, and it'll be dope.
Yes.
And
You got to have Talk Dirty to Me on there. That's a classic. You also got to have the Humpty Dance. I don't care what nobody says. That song's awesome.
and,
Yep.
and you see the jacket?
Yeah.
That baby got back.
Right? Sir Mix-a-Lot. My posse's on Broadway.
Hey, Retro. I'll be right back, bub. Okay.
No worries, Joker. Take your time.
No, I was just saying, like, that was the one thing I like about the old days. Like, and back then, like, even if it wasn't our era of music, like stuff that our parents would listen to and our grandparents, there were songs we would bump even then. It'd be because you had a DJ. He had 2 turntables. He throw that on, scratch it, make it sound good.
Honestly, my grandma introduced me to the Temptations and a bunch of 40s music like that. So
No, Temptations were 60s, baby, not 40s.
Yeah,
well,
that's
either
the
way,
60s to
around
70s.
that time, but not really. 60s, I meant. Sorry, I've been listening to 40s too. It's just I confuse the two sometimes because of the way the rhythm is. So
I'll tell you this much though, and your grandma gonna have to agree with me on this one. Them songs from back then, they always say that was good wholesome music. No, they was always talking about trying to screw somebody.
exactly. I
Every
realized
song is
that
about
very.
getting you in the back seat of that car.
Oh, I love Billy Ocean. I love Billy Ocean.
Oh, I've got a couple of it.
Yeah, I gave you one of them. I remember.
Well, it's because of my mom that like I love me some Led Zeppelin, like Houses of the Holy.
Dude, I'm still looking for a cheap tape of that. I don't like paying full price. I don't.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd, of course.
You
All
know
in all, there's nothing but the wall, baby.
Just another brick in the wall, I
My
guess.
favorite song by them is Comfortably Numb.
When I was a
Of
child,
the
I
name.
had a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. Oh yeah, I know that song.
Yep.
Yeah, Anubis.
My favorite is The Trial. The Trial to me is one of the best songs ever made in life.
Is it still by Pink Floyd or is it by another
Yeah,
band?
that's from Pink Floyd. It's the one where they go crazy
Oh
and they
yeah.
tear down the wall. Yeah, that's from the same album that She Loves with Comfortably Numb on there.
Oh, cool. And the real Cindy says trucker hats now. Okay, well, I don't know.
Where are you from?
Well, originally I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
but I've been bouncing around.
Do you remember a DJ called hold on, Wolfman Jack?
I know Wolfman Jack, always bringing the beautiful sounds of the era.
That is Dr. Demento.
I know Dr. Demento too.
Should I tell him my favorite famous semi-relative?
No.
Okay, I won't.
But my favorite song from the back in the day, a classic retro track I play every Halloween, is the Monster Mash.
Oh, hell yeah.
Buddy, then I got something to tell you about two retro references: the Monster Mash and the fact that Count Chocula Cereal made their own version of it in 2022. You would go to the Monster Mash cereal box, you'd look on the back, and there'd be a
How did I miss that? I'm usually up on my Count Chocula and my Frankenberry.
Dude, not to mention, they got a new Count Chocula flavored character called Carmela Creepy that's supposedly Frankenberry's long lost cousin. It's a female character for once.
Dude, they haven't had a new Count Chocula character in like almost 40 years.
Exactly. And there's a new one called Carmela Creeper. It's caramel apple flavored cereal.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
green.
sick.
And
Oh
she's
wait, I got one. I got a retro for you. I think your grandma or your mom will know this.
Mom's
On the
there.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, there were 3 chefs originally.
Oh.
On what?
There were 3 chefs.
Oh.
There are 3 chefs.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't just Wendell. There were 3 chefs originally. There was they kind of were like the 3 Stooges.
Oh crap.
Yep.
It's
Oh
funny.
Lord.
It's funny because
Hey.
one of my old friend had a curly poster that showed him going like this. They're making a weird pose, and it says, "I'm a victim of circumstance."
I'm a victim of circumstance. Yep.
Right.
Hey, it's your fault, Retro. You brought me up here and you decided to open this fucking can of worms. You know I love me some
We
retro.
didn't just open a can of worms, my dude. We opened a freaking vortex to the realm of Retroverse unknown.
Yes. And man, I'm still mad that my homeboy took my hard drive and I had every episode of the original Muppet Babies, which was made by Marvel. People don't know that it was made by Marvel Comics.
Oh, dude, that's lit. I was mad one time because I'm even more disappointed I didn't get it now because what you're saying. Not that it's your fault. I get it. You didn't do that. It's my fault for not buying it.
So where is
Yeah.
he now? If he's from Chicago.
You may not want to say it live.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But it's like, because Muppet Babies, the reason why they never released that on a DVD or anything is because the licensing and copyrights would be a nightmare, because they take clips from all kinds of movies and TV shows, like even TV shows at the time. There was a time where Miss Piggy was in love with Michael J. Fox. She kept calling him Alex P. Keaton, and there'd be like clips of him on the show. It was amazing.
Family Ties.
Yep. But it was like, the reason why is like the copyright to get all the licensing for all the TV shows that they would reference and pull up, almost impossible.
Hard.
Now, Anubis, now we're talking about something else I have, but in a clothing line at the house. My mother bought this as an early Christmas or birthday present around 2022 or 2023, give or take, and it was a sweater at Marshall's. It's a Back to the Future, like 90s-esque sweater.
Marty
Ah,
It's a Twin
that's
Pines.
right, Marty.
It's the Twin Pines Mall one. It's got like a nice blue color with a sun going down, sort of look moon, sort of the orange moon. It's really nice and it's very comfortable. I give my mother credit for buying it for me. It was really nice. It's very comfortable. It doesn't irritate my discomfort.
Yeah.
It's I have a specific feel for different clothing. Like I cannot wear certain fabrics because it's not that it makes me itch or anything. It's just whenever I touch it, there's discomfort there. So
That's why I don't wear jewelry. Like if the jewelry, like, and I don't like to sound like a snob, but if the jewelry's cheap, it tears my skin up. It has to be real gold or real silver. It has to be authentic. It can't be plated.
I completely hear it because my mom's the same way. So
Yeah. It has to be completely authentic or my skin's going to tear up and I'm going to look horrifying. I'm going to look like Swamp Thing and not on the good way.
Funny you say Swamp Thing because I actually used to own, well, it's not an original copy. It was one of those first edition repros, but it was nice. I got to read it and it was a wonderful story about the guy was protecting a formula, yada, yada, yada. Bomb went off, mixed his skin. It was a wonderful theme and plot of the story. I loved it. And the part that I love about it is they made like live action movies. There was an actual series in 2020 something. Yeah, they made
it was a series in I think 2020 and it got canceled after one season, which pissed me off because when I was a kid, Swamp Thing was the show I would watch on USA Television and I used to have the movies.
Yeah, here's the thing though.
USA Television was
here in 2023, my brother, they actually made Swamp Thing make an appearance in the Harley Quinn series on television.
Yes, they did. I saw that. I love the Harley Quinn cartoon. Don't even get me started, man. You're stepping into some stuff you can't get out of now.
We're stepping into what do they call it?
We're stepping in beyond the vortex, dude. We're in a black hole now.
We're crossing the streams, okay?
Yeah, that's it.
We're going to the streams.
Don't get me started on the brilliance of Harley Quinn. All right, all 4 seasons have been magic. I love Bane, and also, even though it's not retro, they have a cartoon coming out all about Kite Man called Kite Man Hell Yeah.
What is that? That sounds fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's because it was going to be called Noonan's, which is the bar that all the villains hang at. And it was supposed to be about him and Golden Glider running the bar, but they decided to call it Kite Man Hell Yeah. But it's all about him, and there'll be appearances from Bane and other people from the Harley Quinn show.
One of my favorite tapes, okay, it's not in the retro decade spectrum of the years, but I love listening to Duffy's Tavern, okay?
Ah, okay.
I love how Andy goes, "Hi, this is Archie something, Duffy ain't here."
People love them some jerky boys.
And then and who can forget the awesome correlation and correlation of the joke "Who's on first" with Abbott and Costello.
Well, that joke still runs to this very day. There was even a parody of it on this show called In Living Color in the 90s.
There was another.
I love that. That's where J-Lo got her start as a fly girl.
Yep. And on that parody, it was Al Sharpton and Louis Farrakhan. So it was still, Abbott and Costello because it's Abbott and Lou. So it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But they can't do that sketch today. They can't do that sketch today.
Anubis, I didn't know you knew this in the Animaniacs, but there was also a reference to that Abbott and Costello bit, but it was a little bit different.
Yep.
The one squirrel is asking her kid or whatever, "What's the band?" And he says, "Who?" She's
Who?
Like,
the name of the group. Who? The name of the group on stage. Who?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
That was
the Woodstock episode.
Pete Townsend.
That's who. Oh God. You know what?
Well, Pete Townsend, do you know he was a convicted pedophile?
Yep.
Damn.
They found a whole bunch of kiddie stuff on his. But you know what? Not just him. Gary Glitter too. The guy that did that song that plays at every sporting event. That da-na-na-na-na, hey, yeah. Yep. That dude's also a convicted offender.
Yep. A lot of people didn't know that about Pete Townsend.
Hey,
yeah, that was a surprise.
I wanted to tell you, Anubis, because since we're talking about the Who here and the final countdown, we were sitting in the cooking class since we're in the kitchen. We'll talk about this, and we're talking about the Who. We were sitting in a cooking class, and we were just waiting for the timer to go off. I pulled out my phone, and I just played It's the Final Countdown.
That's Europe.
Oh, I thought that was the Who.
That's Europe.
Whoops, sorry.
Yep.
But
That
still,
is Europe.
I'm sorry.
I didn't want to interrupt your story to tell you that. I wanted to hear your story, and then I'd be like, "Sorry, brother."
I know. I'm sorry myself. I didn't mean to offend all the people, but
No one's offended. Hey, mistakes happen.
yeah, I mean, it's literally. I played a.
Grandma knows her music pretty well.
Yeah,
I can tell. You're a musically inclined lady.
And this one.
Love music.
Yeah,
So do I.
I don't.
I just went to a concert in August, and I saw Jim Tao, which is a very extreme heavy metal band, and
Yes.
Breaking Benjamin and Disturbed.
Okay, I know Breaking Benjamin and I know Disturbed because they're from Illinois.
And they are fucking amazing show.
You know, I remember seeing Mudvayne. That group was so amazing live. It was them and System of a Down. I saw them for $8 in Vegas.
$8. That was.
I used to live in Vegas.
Yeah, I lived out there for like 20-something years.
She Viva in Las Vegas. That's
Yeah.
what she be doing.
The 702.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Now
Now I'm in 603.
I don't know where that's at, but I ain't gonna sit up here and expose nobody.
New Hampshire.
well,
Oh, okay.
either way, it's
Hey, New Hampshire. Dude, New Hampshire is the home of Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird.
and also the creator of Archie comics. There's a
Yep.
Meredith statue of Archie sitting on a bench in Meredith, New Hampshire.
Yeah, what I was saying, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, they're the guys that created Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah. I have a friend. I don't talk to him much anymore because he's busy all the time. He's got Kevin Eastman. Oh, who'd you say was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guy? I think you said Kevin Eastman, right?
Yeah,
He's got that guy on Facebook.
that's awesome.
He's got the guy on Facebook, and he gets all these different autographs for cheap money. He gets deals.
Anubis, can I ask a personal question?
Sure.
How old are you?
Old. I had a kid at 15, so I'm very old.
I had one at 16. I had 6 kids by the time I was 27.
So you're already knowing. Yeah.
I'm 68.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I'm up there and I'm not there. That's as far as I'll go.
Oh, I hear ya.
Yeah, no.
Physically, I'm every bit of those years. Mentally and the heart, not so much.
Yeah, my girl's funky for a 68-year-old.
Oh, wait. Fun fact about Kevin Eastman that I didn't know until like a few days ago. He had bought this European comic book series called Heavy Metal, which they made a badass animated movie in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yep. And they did Heavy Metal 2000. And I never understood why they redid that story, but the main character was based off of his wife at the time, Julie Strang, who was a Penthouse pet.
Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy because I was like, why did they use her? And then I was like, oh, okay, they were married.
Anubis, I hate to be that guy, but I usually keep my streams to an hour, and this has been a fun experience, but I'm past an hour by
That's cool. You shouldn't have called me up, man. You shouldn't have called me up.
I know, brother. I know.
I'm glad he did.
Hey, we had fun, okay? I'm gonna get
I
out
had
of here.
fun too.
But tell you
God
what,
bless.
Anubis. I'll let you stay around for the jam session. Me and Jack, I don't know if you know Jack Hobson, but usually I do the ending tribute, and then we play some music. We jam out until we both leave.
Are you doing that one later tonight? Because I usually catch your streams, but a lot of the times you be doing the sleep streams, and then when you do a live stream, I'm asleep. Because a lot of the times I sleep during the day.
Really?
Me too.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Anubis, I've been sleeping during
Because
the
I'm
day
up
too.
all night.
Same thing sometimes. I've been taking naps during the day now.
I've been catching you doing sleep streams, bro. Otherwise, I always leave a like on your stuff. They always come through.
You know them because you probably see my nap streams. Those are for watch outs, so I got built on the watch outs.
The only reason I don't watch the sleep streams or the nap streams is because that makes me feel creepy. to do.
No. I don't do it because of that. It also helps people have time to engage with each other in the chat. It's not because I do it for creepiness. I do it so it gives something for people to do in chat with, as well as watch hours.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, for me, watching somebody sleep, that feels, for me, creepy. So it's something
doubt
that
anyone
I
just
never
looks
saw
at
it
the
from the
screen.
engagement perspective.
I
never
think
saw it from engagement.
there are people who have reviewed the chat that don't even care about the sleeping part of it. They just like to engage with each other.
Yeah.
And they talk retro while I'm asleep.
Heck yeah.
And
Man, get your butt out of here, though. You've been on here longer than you need to be.
All right, hold on. Let's do it close. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a commentary in the description below. If you like this video, go check out Anubis. I don't know if he's... Oh, he left. But anyway, I don't know if he does content, but go check out Anubis if he does. And go check out my boy, the Joker. And I'll see you guys later. May the retro be with you. Stay retro. Remember, if you're not retro, you're repro. Live long and prosper, peace and long life, and kapla. And don't forget, if you haven't seen this full video, either restart or please be kind and rewind. I'll see you guys later. And now, some music. I have to go back to a regular mic mode because if I do this with the mic like this,
That's fine.
It'll echo like crazy. Let's put on my hat, a little headphones. Good. I'll have to put this forward a bit. All right. There we go. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, let's see. Yep, we're ready. And now some music. I gotta go back down. Hold on. Where's the music? There we go. Jamming. Hit it. Bye, guys. See you later, brickulators.